Right, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And I want to appreciate every one of my returning subscribers to this channel. That is why I'm always encouraged to make more content that will be interesting to all my subscribers, both new and old. So I want to appreciate you for always being there, and I also know that you will always keep coming for more information, because all I do on this channel is to post information that will be helpful to you. I teach. This channel is all about lifestyle, education, wealth, and entertainment. So anything in all of this genre, those are the things that we create on this channel. I'm sure that is worth your time. Now, without further delay, what I have for you today is I quickly want to show you different categories of trading that you have, and I'm using Binance as a case study. Of course, on most of these other well-known platforms, the experience is virtually the same. So I just want to expose you to some trading conditions and how you leverage on certain tool using this Binance platform. In one of the videos that I made the last time, I told you that Binance is arguably the foremost crypto platform in the world, and so I can strongly recommend it for any user to make use of, whether you're a beginner or you're at intermediate level. However, let me cite this disclaimer that I am not an investment advisor, neither am I agent to Binance. I'm just telling you based on my experience on that platform, so you can also decide on what is best for you. So let's dive quickly into what we have today. I want to show you how you can do. Now we have different types of wallets. If you look at the top pane, we have the spot, the funding, the margin, the futures. All those are types of wallets. Now the only place, okay, not the only place per se, if you want to buy a particular coin, there are coins that you trade under spot, and also we also have the margin trading, futures trading, which is a different subject entirely that most likely will cover in another tutorial. But for the sake of this tutorial, our focus will be on the spot trading. And the funding, last time I mentioned something about the funding. That funding wallet is when you transact, there's something we call P2P on Binance and on most of these exchanges. When you do a P2P transaction, whatever thing you do, if for example, if you bought USDT using P2P means to get that USDT that you've gotten will appear on that funding. So you need to take note that if you want to trade in funding, you don't buy any coin in funding. All you just do is to trade with an individual. So you not just trade with an individual, you can also send fund from your funding wallet to other wallets. Those are things you do there. But if you want to buy a coin, whether you want to hold it or you want to trade it, one of the wallets that you can do that is the spot wallet. And all you need to do is to move your fund from wherever it is. If you have fund in funding wallet, you just click this transfer, then you can move it to spot wallet. So let's go to spot wallet. So in order for us to buy a coin in spot wallets, you just come to this market. You can see that we have spot already. Now if you look at the top pane, we have BUSD, USDT, BNB, BTC, OTS and Fiat, and so on and so forth. Now all these things that you are seeing, if for example the asset I have in my wallet is BUSD, I need to click on BUSD so that I can buy any of the coin with BUSD that I'm having. And also if I want to sell any of the coin to BUSD, I need to ensure that BUSD is highlighted so that I can sell that coin to BUSDT. But in my own case, I want to use USDT. So let's say USDT. So once you click on USDT and that USDT is highlighted the same way you are seeing it, it will bring all the currency pairs against USDT. Now let me click on one of the currencies. Let me click on Solana, for example. Solana, that's Sol USDT. Now this is Solana. So I can decide to trade this coin by yes, I have a small quantity of Solana. So let me show you how you sell. Now I can click on sell. If I click on sell, now there are 5 types of sell order that you can have. We have the limit. If you click the drop down, you will see them. We have the limit, we have the market, we have the stop limit, we have the trailing stop, and we have the OCO. This OCO means order cancel order. But in this video, we will only cover 3, which is the first 3: limit, market, and stop limit. In another video, we will cover trailing stop another cancel order. Now these three categories, what I'm about to explain to you, is also applicable, when you are buying. The only thing is just that there are some factors that you consider when you are buying, which you might not be able to consider when you are selling. It's more or less like the reverse. Now let's get started. Now the first one is limit order. What does limit order entail? Limit order simply means that you can decide to set a particular price you want to sell. Maybe you don't want to sell it immediately. For example, now the current market price, as you can see here, is 23.80, but then yes, sellers want to sell high and buyers want to buy low. That's why you can see that this part that is showing red, you can see that the values that you have there is is greater than what you have on this other part that is showing green. That is because sellers want to sell high and buyers want to buy low. It's just a normal thing in any transaction. So now for limit order, I can decide to sell, let's say 23.7 or 23.85 that I want to sell at that point. What that means is that when it gets to 23 it won't execute immediately. Once it gets to 23.85, or let me say I want to sell at 24, let me say 24.5 or thereabouts, yes, 24.5. That means is that I can put 100% of my Solana. So if I sell at this price, it means that once it gets to this price, then I can sell. That's what limit order does. So somebody might decide to say, okay, I bought it at 23 USD. So for me to make profit, at least I must have gained a particular percentage. And the only way I can gain the percentage is if the price can rise up to this amount after calculation. So once you observe that this is the price that the value of that coin will get to, that will give you the desired profit, you can now put it and you just click sell. And when you click sell, you see it under this open orders because the order has not been filled yet. So once the order is filled, you no longer see it in open order. That means that the transaction has been successful. So that's for limit order. I'll also show you the system version of this particular trading that I'm talking about, how you navigate on system and you get it done in the same way. Now the next one is the market order. Now for market order, it's slightly different, but then it is not too difficult. Once you just click market order, you can see that what you can see is different from when you saw limit order. So if I'm selling 100%, I'll just click 100%, and if I click sell, it will be executed. The difference is this: for market order, it will be executed immediately at the current market price. Now what's the downside? The downside is that because you are mandating the system to execute your trade immediately, you have a fraction that is charged for every transaction where you use market price. So once you do, but there are times that you want fast transaction, you want to do it as soon as possible, so you just quickly use market order, and that is it. So once you do that, you automatically get your trade executed immediately, though you'll have a small transaction fee. Now the question is this: if peradventure I'm not interested in selling 100% and I just want to take a fraction, now how do I know that quantity? This is the method I use. Nobody taught me. All I do is I'll go to, at a particular price, and I'll go to market order, limit. I'll go to limit first. Now I want to just sell a fraction and I don't know the quantity yet. So if I just do, let's say 50% of my Solana, that 50% is 19.61. So let's say I want to sell about 30, for example. Now all I just do is I'll just vary the quantity until I have the value in USD that I want to sell. You can see that, let me say I want to sell 25 and put 1. You can see that it's still below that. I can vary it to 1.2 or 1.1. Can you see that? 1.06. So if I'm okay with this now, I'll just copy this quantity because I want to do market execution. Take it to market, then I'll paste it here. I've done the estimate already, and I can now click sell. Once you click sell, automatically your order will be filled. So that's market execution. Now the third type of order that we're looking at is the stop limit. What does stop limit do? Stop limit is more or less like a system that combines both the market order and the limit order. And what does it do is that I can use stop limit to set more or less like a take profit or a stop loss. Once it gets to a particular price, I want the system to trigger execution. That's what stop limit is all about. So I can also use it to set my stop loss. Now the difference is this: if you are using limit order, now you know the other time I said you can use limit order to set the price you want to sell, but if you are using limit order, even if I said, take for instance, now I want to sell and I decided to put 23.5, I want to sell at 23.5. Now you can see that it's lesser than the current market price. So if I use limit order, that's the price I want to sell, even before this current price gets to that price, I will get somebody that will buy from me, because it's an advantage to the person. Obviously the price is cheaper than every other person's price, so quickly you get somebody that will buy. So that's one disadvantage of limit order. So you can't use it to set stop loss, but this stop limit I can use to set stop loss. Stop loss is in the sense that you are not sure of how long the upward trend of a coin will be, so you want to cut off loss. That's one way. Or in another way, you've actually gotten some profit from a trade. You bought a coin at a price and that coin have risen. Now you want to set like a limit such that even if it start dropping, you will still make some profits. All you use is this stop limit. So how do you go about it? If you are selling, stop limit, this is the way you set it. If you are selling, you need to set this stop price. Then the limit price is the price at which the transaction will be executed. So all you need to do is, if you are selling, of course you know that selling means that the market is dropping. So if you are selling, this stop, whatever you put under this stop, is the price that we trigger the transaction. So that means that price, the market must get to that price first. So if, for example, I want to sell this quantity once it gets to 23, I want it to be sold once the price gets to 23. So all I do is I'll put 23 under this limit. Now since it is selling, of course the market will get to stop first. That stop will trigger the other condition. So the market will get to stop first before it will now sell. So I'll just look out for a price that is slightly higher than this price, and I'll put, so I can say 23.1. Then I'll put the quantity I want to sell. If you do this, if you set this now, it will not, let me show you, if I set it, it will not execute the trade immediately. Or what will happen is that the trade will be under open order. So until the market gets to this 23.1, automatically it will trigger a signal and now sell at 23, and with that you are good to go. That's the way you set stop limit. Now the other thing is, if you are buying, it's just like the reverse. If you are buying, you know it's climbing. For example, you've entered a trade and you want to set a take profit. And once it gets to this price, I want to go out of the market. I don't want to stay any longer. All you just to do is the price you want to sell. Let's say I want to sell this at 25. I'll just 25. Now since it's buy, I told you that it will get to that stop first. The price that you put on that stop will be the one that will trigger the next one. Now it's buying now, so the market is rising. So that means I can now look for a price that is close to 25. So I can see 24.9. If I'm buying, you can see the way it is done. So then you can now put, I don't have any USDT, so you just put the quantity you want to buy, then you click buy. So that's just the way it is. Now quickly, let me show you the system interface so that you know how to navigate where if you are on the system. You see the same thing, once the same process that you use in setting it, that same process you use on system. But let me just show you how to navigate. Now the first thing you do is you need to log into your account on the desktop version of Binance. Now I've done that. This is my own account on Binance. Now if I want to go to my trading platform, trading pane on Binance, all you just need to do is, because sometimes you might log in and you'll not be seeing this, you just come here where my cursor is, this drop down, click that drop down. Once you click it, then click on exchange. Click on exchange. So that exchange will automatically navigate to the trading pane, and from there you can choose the pair you want to trade. So if you come to this far right, I told you that time that you choose the coin that you have that you want to trade with. If it's BUSD, you ensure that you click BSD. If it's USDT, you ensure that you click USDT. But in my own case it's USDT. Then I can now search the coin I want to trade. So we've been using Solana. I can say Solana, so just click on Solana. just on Solana. So I enjoy trading on system actually, but then you can also trade on phone. So now here we are, the same thing that we did. If you are selling, you see all those options. You can see available quantity of Solana that I have. So you see all those options, stop limit. You can see limit, market, stop limit. So you can see all those options, and the same way we set it, you can also set it here. So I believe you've gotten value in this video. So if you have gotten value, please do the needful by liking and also subscribing to this channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next lesson.